Single player games are some of the most popular games out there, and for good reason. They are some of the only games where you can truly immerse yourself, but it can be difficult to find the actual good ones nowadays, and that is why I spent the last few hours pouring over hundreds of games to find the ones worth playing, and I even found some really good free-to-play ones as well, so make sure to also check those out. This is gonna be a long video, so make sure to check out the description or comment section for timestamps, and while you're scrolling down to the timestamps, consider hitting the like button. It helps a ton with the YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate the support. That's enough rambling from me. Enjoy the video. Persona 5 Royale. The game blends traditional turn-based combat with life simulation, and the game is set in a modern day, and you take on the role as a silent protagonist, and you are a high school student wrongfully accused of a crime you didn't commit, and you're transferred to a new academy where you soon discover the metaverse, basically a supernatural realm born from humanity's distorted desires. And within this realm, you and other students form a society intent on reforming corrupt adults. Now the gameplay is divided between real life and expeditions to the metaverse, so you will partake in school, certain activities, foster relationships, and also develop attributes like charm and knowledge. And these interactions play a crucial role as they can grant combat advantages, new abilities, and deepen the game's rich narrative. But within the metaverse, you must navigate palaces, basically distorted realities representing the innermost desires of corrupted individuals. And the combat here is turn-based, and the game delves into themes of freedom, rebellion, and the nature of societal masks. And with really great stylish aesthetics, engaging storyline, great characters, and a catchy soundtrack, it's a standout title, and it's definitely one of the best games in recent times. Hollow Knight, one of the best indie games ever made. It masterfully combines elements of action, exploration, and great gameplay. And a game set in the hauntingly beautiful world of Hallownest, a sprawling underground kingdom where you will take the role as a Hollow Knight, and you must delve into the depths of the decaying realm to uncover the secrets and confront twisted inhabitants. And the game is highly known for intricate and interconnected world design. You must navigate through a variety of beautifully hand-drawn environments. This could be from fungal groves and ancient cities to haunted wastelands. But as you delve deeper, you'll encounter an array of challenging foes, each demanding unique strategies to conquer, and you can then harness the power of the soul, and this is collected by striking enemies, and you can use that to cast spells or heal yourself. And throughout the journey, you will find charms that offer diverse abilities and effects, allowing for a highly customizable gameplay experience. Now, one of the best features of Hollow Knight is definitely the environmental storytelling. So rather relying on a direct exposition, the lore of the game is gradually revealed through NPC interactions, environmental cues, and cryptic inscriptions. And all of this combined with the soundtrack further immerses you into the beautiful world. And the game with challenging combat, deep lore, and compelling exploration, Hollow Knight is a standout title and shows that even indie games can compete with the big companies. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is set in a vast open world. You follow the seasoned monster hunter Geralt of Rivia, and just like a TV show, you are looking for your adapted daughter Ciri. Now the narrative of the game is enriched by a backdrop of political intrigue, war, and moral ambiguity, and that will all push you to make decisions that significantly impact the game world and its inhabitants. Now the gameplay of The Witcher 3 seamlessly blends rich storytelling with deep combat mechanics. You navigate through beautiful crafted landscapes, from war-ravaged countrysides to dense forests and bustling cities, taking on quests, slaying monstrous beasts, and interacting with a ton of different characters. The game's combat system will require you to master swordplay, magic science, and alchemy, and with a really expansive skill tree that allows you to tailor your approach. And The Witcher 3 is definitely known for its detailed world building, complex characters, and intricate plotlines. Every quest, even the smallest side mission, is crafted with narrative depth that will often blur the lines between right and wrong. And the game's blend of impact storytelling, sprawling open world exploration, and incredible attention to detail has made it one of the greatest RPGs and also greatest video games of all time. Mass Effect 2. The game is set in a richly detailed science fiction universe, where you continue the journey of Commander Shepard, where after a harrowing encounter with a mysterious alien, is resurrected by the pro-human organization Cerberus, and you are tasked with assembling an elite team from across the galaxy. You must investigate the disappearance of entire human colonies and confront this new menace. And the gameplay seamlessly blends third-person shooter mechanics with additional role-playing elements. You can customize your abilities, your appearance, and moral decisions, affecting not only the immediate story, but also the broader arc of the trilogy. And the game also introduces a loyalty mission system, where you'll delve into the backgrounds of each character member, strengthening their bonds and unlocking additional abilities. And this combination of these decisions, relationships, and player choices lead to various outcomes in high-stakes missions, making each playthrough really unique. And the game is renowned for deep narrative narrative, complex characters, and moral dilemmas. And the game explores themes of sacrifice, morality, and the complexity of interstellar politics. And Mass Effect 2 is a favorite among fans and critics, and often being heralded as one of the greatest video games of all time. Fallout New Vegas, and the game is set in a post-apocalyptic world, remnants of the old world American Southwest, and you are embarked on a quest for revenge. However, this personal mission soon becomes entwined with a larger battle for control, and the gameplay builds upon the framework established by Fallout 3, and will offer a vast open world filled with diverse factions, intricate quests, and moral decisions that carry deep weight. And a significant addition is the reputation system, which tracks your standing with various groups based on your actions. And this, coupled with a robust dialogue system, allows for a high degree of player agency, leading to multiple endings based on alliances formed and choices made. Combat can be approached in real time or with the VATS system that will allow you to target specific limbs or parts of enemies in slow motion. And Fallout New Vegas is often praised for its rich storytelling, well-developed characters, and intricate web of political and social dynamics. And written with a sharp wit and genuine passion, it offers a nuanced exploration of post-apocalyptic society, and it touches on themes of power, ideology, and the nature of civilizations. And it's definitely one of the best RPG games ever made. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Now, if you're a fan of RPG games, you've probably played this one already, but this game is definitely one of the OGs. And the game is set in open world, and you are tasked with stopping a dragon, that is also known as the World Eater. And the gameplay is a blend of exploration, combat, and character progression. You can traverse vast open world filled with towering mountains, bustling towns, and ancient ruins, and even deep dungeons. And along the way, you'll encounter various creatures. You can join guilds and craft items, and then use a combination of weapons, magic, and shouts to combat enemies. And one of the game's defining features is the freedom. You can follow the main quest, but you can also go and explore side quests, join factions, or simply wander into the landscape, making your own adventure as you go. And the game is highly renowned for its immersive world building, deep lore, and player agency. Every corner of the province has a story to tell, with myths, legends, and history adding layers to your experience of the game. The game also has a great modding community that has played a significant role in the lasting appeal. There are literally thousands of mods that can alter your gameplay entirely, but the game's combination of rich base and extensive post-release content has made Skyrim one of the most beloved and influential video games of its generation. Red Dead Redemption 2, a massive, sprawling, open-world adventure game set in the last days of the American Wild West, where you take on the role as Arthur, a loyal member of a gang, and as your gang traverses a vast and varied American landscape, you are pursued by lawmen and bounty hunters, leading you to an epic journey of loyalty, redemption, and the harsh consequences of life as an outlaw. And the game is known for its breathtakingly detailed world, teeming with life and activities. From the snow-capped mountains to swampy biomes, the game environment are meticulously crafted, populated by a diverse cast of characters, wildlife, and emergent stories. And these rich details extend to the gameplay mechanics, with hunting, fishing, heists, and interactions with NPCs being key elements. Every choice you make have dire consequences, shaping your character's morality and affecting how the world reacts to him. But beyond the expansive world and gameplay mechanics, it's the narrative depth and character development that truly sets the game apart. Along the game, you undergo an introspective journey, as well as relationships with other gang members, and it all managed to deliver a powerful and emotional narrative. The game relies on themes of brotherhood, sacrifice, and the story resonates deeply with you as you play throughout the game. And the game stands as a testament both in terms of gameplay mechanics, open world beauty, and powerful storytelling. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and you are taken into the deep world of ancient Greece during a time of war, and the game heavily leans into the role-playing elements, allowing you to choose between two protagonists, and whichever character you choose then becomes a descendant of the legendary Spartan king Leonidas, and you then become embroiled in a grand tale that intertwines personal revenge, political intrigue, and ancient mysteries. And the big open world of Odyssey showcased the beauty and diversity of ancient Greece. From the beautiful blue waters to the majestic statues and temples, the game is a visual spectacle, and the vibrant setting is also teeming with activities. You can engage in naval combat, partake in large-scale battle, hunt legendary monsters, and even influence the war progress. And of course, one of the integral gameplay mechanics and one of the hallmarks of the series is the movement and stealth mechanics. This, coupled with deep combat systems, can all be customized based on your preferences, which also comes to one of the standout features of the game, the emphasis on your own choice. Throughout the narrative, you are faced with decisions that will then shape the fate of characters and regions, leading to multiple endings. So if you're a fan of deep lore, coupled with open world exploration and great movement mechanics, this game is perfect for you. Horizon Zero Dawn, and you are introduced to a visually breathtaking post-apocalyptic world where nature has reclaimed the ruins of a forgotten civilization, and gigantic robot creatures roam the landscape, and you only armed with a bow and arrow and a spear, you must hunt these machines, harness their components, and unravel a tale that connects your destiny with the world. And the game's open world setting is a diverse and dynamic ecosystem, ranging from snowy mountain peaks to dense jungles and arid deserts. Each environment not only offers a visual spectacle, but also presents unique challenges and opportunities alike. You can choose stealth, traps, and a variety of weapons to take down the machines. And of course, each of these strategies have their own strengths, weaknesses, and behaviors. And as you progress throughout the game, you can upgrade your gear and abilities, allowing for even more diverse combat strategies and exploration capabilities. And at the heart of the game, there's a truly rich narrative that blends tribal culture, advanced technology, and compelling characters. Throughout the game, you will discover the collapse of the old ones, which is basically our present-day civilization, and the events that led to the rise of the machines. The game deals with themes of identity, belonging, and man's relationship with technology, and it all combines into a great, deep lore and beautifully crafted world, and provides a truly immersive and thought-provoking experience, making it a standout title. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, a game with a perfect combination of stealth action gameplay and intricate storytelling, and you find yourself playing as the character Snake, and you must navigate conflicts, confronting mercenary groups, and piecing together a narrative steeped in betrayal, identity, and the cost of warfare. And this sandbox-style world is rich in detail, from the realistic day-night cycle to the dynamic weather patterns, all affecting how you approach your missions. And the gameplay mechanics emphasizes flexibility and choice. You can traverse the map on horseback, utilize a variety of vehicles, call in supply drops, or choose whether to engage enemies with stealth or head-on combat. And a key component of the game is the mother base, basically your offshore facility, where you can manage your resources, develop new weapons, and recruit soldiers for your private army. And while the game is known for deep gameplay mechanics and polished controls, it is also great when it comes to the complex narrative, the themes of loss, the horrors of war, and the nature of identity, which are all interwoven into a plot that really challenges you. And this game might have a hauntingly emotional impact on you, but the game blends a compelling narrative with innovative gameplay, and the game is a true testament to the potential of video games, for both entertainment but also for being really thought-provoking. Cyberpunk 2077, a really ambitious role-playing game set in a dystopian metropolis called Night City, a sprawling urban expanse characterized by neon lights, towering skyscrapers, and a stark divide between the powerful elites and the poor. And in this vision of the future, technology and body modification have blurred the line between humanity and machinery, and the game invites you into a world where cybernetics enhancements are commonplace, and the allure of the digital world often outshines the grim realities. And you play as the character V, a customizable mercenary seeking a one-of-a-kind implant, the one that promises immortality. And the narrative is deeply personal, shaped by your own choices, alliances, and the path you choose to navigate the intricate webs of the city's politics, gangs, and underground movements. And the gameplay perfectly combines first-person shooting mechanics with deep RPG elements, truly allowing for a variety of playstyles. This could be from stealth and hacking to all-out combat. Now, the game had some issues at launch, but has since been updated heavily, and is definitely worth playing today. Days Gone, an action survival horror game set in a post-apocalyptic world, and the story unfolds 2 years after a global pandemic, which transformed millions of people into what we call freakers, a mindless feral creature that are more animal than human. And these ever-evolving threats come in various types, ranging from the regular swarming variants to more formidable and specialized forms, making survival a constant challenge. And you play as a former outlaw turned drifter, and you navigate this bleak world on your trusty motorcycle, which is not just a mode of transportation, it is your lifeline, essential for outrunning hordes of freakers and scavenging for limited resources. And your journey is driven by a blend of hope and despair as you search for your wife Sarah, who you believe to have died in the early days of the outbreak. But along the way, you'll be confronted with your character's traumatic past. You'll be forming alliances with surviving settlements and constantly battle both human and freaker threats. But the narrative dives deep into the themes of loss, morality, and the links you might go through to survive in a world gone mad. And the gameplay is a mix of exploration, stealth, combat, and resource management. The expansive open world environment features dense forests, abandoned towns, and treacherous weather conditions, and they all play a pivotal role in how you approach your challenges. Dynamic events such as freaker migrations or ambushes by hostile humans will always keep you on your toes, and combined with a day-night cycle and changing weather patterns that all further affect the enemy behavior and the overall difficulty of the game. And the game is widely known for the atmospheric world, compelling storyline, and the truly adrenaline-pumping action of facing down massive freaker hordes. And while the game might not be for everyone, it truly is a unique take on the zombie survival genre and the emotional depth of the loss in a post-apocalyptic world. Borderlands 2, a really fun action-packed first-person shooter with high degrees of RPG elements. And the game offers a cool mix of fast-paced gunplay, vibrant graphics, and a heavy dose of humor. And you embark on a quest for the elusive vault, basically a source of untold alien riches and technology, while battling your way there. And one of the standout features of Borderlands 2 is the bazillions of guns. The game utilizes a procedural generation system for its weapons, which means it can produce a vast array of weapons with completely different stats, elemental effects, and appearances. And you can choose from several vault hunters, and they also have their unique abilities and skill trees. And as you progress through the game, you will level up, and you can customize your abilities and your playstyle. This means you can play the game multiple times, but it'll be completely different in terms of your weapons and your layout. Now, in terms of the story, the game has a great blend of humor with an engaging storyline filled with essential characters, memorable side quests, and unexpected twists. The game also has a big focus on co-op gameplay, allowing up to 4 players to team up and tackle the quest together. And this really cool combination of looter shooter mechanics, character progression, and the sheer joy of the humor has made Borderlands 2 a favorite amongst fans, and is a must play if you also enjoy the RPG elements. Metro Last Light, a post-apocalyptic first-person shooter with intense survival horror and stealth elements. And you, as a young man, must navigate the perilous world of a post-nuclear underground metro system. The game carries forward with the grim and atmospheric portrayal of a world devastated by nuclear war, where the remnants of humanity are forced to seek shelter in the metro tunnels to escape the toxic service. Now, the narrative of Metro Last Light is a blend of political intrigue, supernatural elements, and personal redemption. You're basically thrust into the center of a conflict between various factions, all seeking for control within the metro. And all of this takes place while you're also uncovering the truth about the mysterious creatures. And the game is notable for its immersive atmosphere, the intense resource management, and the need for gas masks in toxic areas, and the ever-present threat of both human and mutated creatures. And you definitely play this game for the storytelling, atmosphere, and world building. The game does also have intense combat scenarios that will require quick reflexes, and all of this will allow you to immerse yourself directly into a richly detailed world filled with lore, moral choices, and consequences. And the game is a great testament to the potential of narrative-driven shooters set in a haunting, beautiful world. BioShock, a first-person shooter with a strong narrative-driven element. The game plunges you into the depths of the Atlantic Ocean, into the dystopian underwater city of Rapture. And the city was meant as a haven for humanity's best and brightest, free from governmental and society constraints. However, by the time you arrive, the city is in ruin, torn apart by its own ambitions and disastrous consequences. Now, at the center of Rapture's decline is a genetic material which grants the ability to rewrite DNA and gain superhuman abilities. And this discovery has led to chaos in the society, as the citizens have become addicted to power, transformation, and mutation. And you must then navigate through the halls of Rapture, fend off hostile inhabitants, while also making tough moral decisions. And the game is known for its atmospheric storytelling, intricate level design, and thought-provoking themes. It delves deep into philosophical and moral questions, exploring unchecked ambition and the nature of free will, and the consequences of that. The game's haunting setting, memorable characters, and gripping narrative have placed the game as a modern classic in the gaming world, and is hands down one of the best FPS games if you're looking for a story-driven element. Dead Space, an incredible survival horror game where you are set on a massive mining spaceship that has gone silent out of nowhere, and you step into the shoes of Isaac, an engineer dispatched to repair the ship's communication systems, only to discover that the ship's crew has been slaughtered and transformed into abominations. And with limited resources, you must navigate the labyrinth corridors of the ship, fighting off these nightmarish creatures and uncovering the truth behind the calamity. The game's atmosphere is one of the most standout features. The claustrophobic confines, coupled with dynamic lighting systems, deep shadows, and a chilling sound design, cultivate a constant sense of dread. You never feel truly safe, as your enemies can emerge from vents, floor gates, or even play dead. And the game's unique strategic dismembering combat system requires you to target specific limbs of the enemies, making each encounter a tense and tactical affair. And while the core of the game is combat and exploration, the narrative drives your journey entirely. You'll find audio logs and test logs, and the environment will also tell you a story and paint a grim picture of what actually happened. The game is not just a showcase of horror, but also a tale of isolation, as you grapple with your own personal demons and your desperate quest amidst the chaos. XCOM 2, and you are plunged into a future where Earth has fallen under the dominion of another race, but humanity has formed a resistance humans, also known as XCOM, and is now transformed into guerrilla force, executing hit-and-run tactics against the overwhelming superior alien overlords. And you assume the role of a commander, a great mastermind in terms of strategy, and in essence of the game lies a tactical turn-based combat system. You command a squad of customizable soldiers, each belonging to different classes with unique abilities. Every mission, whether it involves sabotaging alien facilities, rescuing VIPs, or ambushing patrols, they all demand perfect planning, and your success hinges on leveraging the environment, synchronizing squad abilities, and adapting to unpredictable events. And in this game, the stakes are always high, especially with the permadeath system in this Space 2, a turn-based strategy game that casts you into the leader of one of several unique civilizations, all after dominating in the vast uncharted galaxy. And the game invites you to explore the star systems, establish your colonies, manage sprawling cities, and engage in both diplomacy and warfare with rival factions. And at the heart of the game is a great narrative-driven approach. Each civilization comes with their own storyline, challenges, and playstyle. This could be from the human-led United Empire that are driven by industrial prowess, to the tree-like Unfallen who seeks peaceful expansion. You must adapt your strategies according to your chosen civilization's strengths and weaknesses. And this narrative depth is further enriched by quests, which can unlock unique technologies, allies, or even reshape the galaxy's political landscape. And one of the standout features of the game is the intricate political and economic system. As your empire grows, you must navigate various political ideologies, each with their own benefits and challenges. This is also true for the economy. And with all of this, you are juggling resource trading, technology to ensure your empire's prosperity. And the battles of the game are more about strategic preparation and fleet composition than real-time decisions. And with a great blend of rich storytelling, detailed empire management, and deep strategic gameplay, in this Space 2 is an amazing game if you love strategy games. Grimm's Hollow, where you find yourself in the shoes of Lavender, a young girl who's suddenly thrust into the spectral world. In the premise of the game, your brother's soul has been reaped, and you're now also a reaper yourself, aiming to save him. And the game combines a touching narrative of loss, acceptance, and the lengths we will go for our loved ones. And in terms of the gameplay, it truly sets itself apart with a turn-based combat system paired with real-time elements. You will need to dodge, strategize, and strike down enemies during battle, with the outcome often reliant on your tactical thinking and reflexes. Further depth is then added through a simple yet compelling progression system, allowing you to grow stronger and learn new abilities as you navigate the Hollow. And coupled with engaging exploration elements, the game consistently provides compelling reasons to push forward. And Grimm's Hollow shines with a heartfelt narrative, compelling combat, and charming pixel art aesthetics. And this unique blend of RPG elements and real-time action really set the game apart from other games. Deathly Stillness is a really dynamic and thrilling zombie apocalypse game, plunging you into desolate landscapes of a world under siege by the undead. And set in a grim and decaying urban environment, you find yourself there as a lone survivor, aiming to outlive the scourge. And your ultimate goal is not only to survive, but also to understand the source of this cataclysm. The outcome primarily defined by your ability to adapt, strategize, and overcome the relentless onslaught of the undead. And the crux of Deathly Stillness lies in its challenging and intense gameplay. It's primarily a shooter where the challenges escalate with the number and ferocity of the zombies you encounter. And the game distinguishes itself with its meticulous detailed environment, really realistic gunplay mechanics, and a variety of undead enemies. And each enemy type poses a unique threat, forcing you to constantly adapt and rethink your strategies, making every encounter a thrilling experience. And if you enjoy high-stakes combat, survival horror games with a really demanding yet rewarding gameplay experience, Deathly Stillness will be the perfect game for you. Let me know in the comments which game on this list is your favorite, but also what game you're gonna try out after watching this video. And if you're looking for more inspiration for games to play, I would highly recommend checking out the videos on the screen now, as I think you will also really like those. So check those out, and I'll see you over there.